On a hot night down here at the Kassam Stadium, it's the second round of the EFL Trophy this evening, and Oxford take on Brighton just weeks after playing Brighton in a pre-season friendly. The side shows three changes from Saturday. In comes Sam Long for the cup-tied Phil Edwards at right back. Otherwise it's Scars, Dunkley and Ruffles across the back with Eastwood in behind them. Midfields, Lundstrom and Sercombe will be in the engine room. On the flanks will be Rothwell and Tyler Roberts. Up top will be Kane Hemmings and Wes Thomas. Maguire and McDonald slip down onto the bench. Brighton may well have a young side. We wait to see. Follow us on Twitter at BBC Oxford Sport. Well, inside a minute, Brighton have taken the lead against Oxford United in this EFL second round cup match down here. The left back gets forward inside Sam Long and fires a goal into the back of the net. Sam Adakubi scoring from left back, rifled it into the top corner. Brighton lead by a goal to nil inside a minute. 15 minutes gone down here at the Kassam Stadium. It's still Oxford United 0, Brighton 1. Brighton certainly looking livelier in front of their host penalty area, but Oxford starting to work their way back in after that first minute goal from Adakubi put them on the back foot. Brighton made quite a few changes, but it's roughly the same 11 that played in the EFL Cup first round. A very interesting game for Oxford United to try and get their teeth into. They trail by a goal to nil after 15 minutes. 29 minutes gone down here at the Kassam Stadium, and Oxford have equalised very much against a run of play. Brighton have certainly been in the ascendancy with their young side, and they've cut through Oxford quite a few times. But on 29 minutes, Rothwell drove forward with the ball into Thomas's feet on the edge of the 18, down at the open end of the ground. Fired a shot in at the second attempt. Keeper parried it out to Hemmings. Hemmings fired a shot in, parried again, and this time Thomas put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1 down here with just 29 minutes gone of this EFL Cup match in the second round between Oxford United and Brighton. We're into time added on at the end of the first half here at the Kassam Stadium in this EFL Cup game in the second round. Brighton got the goal inside a minute when Adakubi scored, rifling it in the top of the net, the left back getting forward inside the first minute. Thomas equalised for Oxford United, and Oxford made a bit of a fist of it. Brighton look as though if they go up a couple of gears they could win this quite easily, but Oxford are battling hard. For the break here in the Kassam, it is 1-1 between Oxford United and Brighton in the EFL Cup second round. Well, 60 minutes gone down here at the Kassam Stadium in this EFL Trophy second round clash between Oxford United and Brighton. It still remains one apiece. Oxford United, though, are starting to get themselves right back into the tie. Brighton look as though they've left themselves in the changing room. They made their first change. The guy that got 2 goals against Oxford in a pre-season friendly, Hemed, has just come on. Maybe a change in plan. Chris Hughton's side look a little bit dozy at the start of the second half, whilst Oxford United have made inroads. Thomas and Hemmings certainly stretching play. Lundstrom back into it, and Rothwell enjoying himself. Still 1-1 after 60 minutes. Well, with just 15 minutes to go here, Brighton take the lead once again. Luar firing a vicious shot in low past Eastwood into his bottom left-hand corner from some 24 yards. Oxford had the better of the start of the second half and were making inroads, and Brighton looked a little bit on the sleepy side. But Luar with his first real action of the second half after being involved in most of the first half has flashed one in from 24 yards into the bottom corner in this EFL Cup second round. It's now Oxford United 1, Brighton 2. 81 minutes gone down here. It's now Oxford United 1, Brighton 3. A little tough luck there on Oxford as Elvis Mano slips the ball under Eastwood for 3 goals to 1 on a counter-attack after Ruff was forced to fine save from the Brighton keeper, and then Lundstrom hit the bar and it came out this side of the goal line in a move just a moment ago. So Oxford find themselves trailing by 3 goals to 1. Thomas is now off and Maguire's on, but it looks like it's damage limitation, and Brighton are going to go through to the third round of the EFL Cup. 86 on the clock now, and it's now Brighton 4-1 up after Hemed, who got 2 in the pre-season friendly, comes on and finishes a move. Baldock on for Brighton. Oxford a little bit on the wrong end of a poor scoreline here. It's not really been their night. They've had the majority of the second half, but Brighton have just had 3 unanswered goals very, very quickly. It's Oxford 1, Brighton 4 down here in the EFL Cup second round. I'm down there on interview duties in just a moment, but with 4 minutes of time to be added on at the end of this match, it's Brighton that lead by 4 goals to 1. Oxford United getting some parity back after that early goal by Adakubi got them on the way after just 1 minute. It was a goal by Thomas that levels things up. And further goals once Luar scored from 24 yards to make it 2-1. Late goals from Hemed and Manu making it 4-1. Giving it a rather disappointing scoreline on Oxford United, who'd fared well for most of the second half. They'll take a little bit of heart that Sheffield United won't be in the same class on Saturday, but it looks as though it's going to finish here. Oxford United 1, Brighton 4.